to see people. So I hope that you have got yourselves a not too comfortable seat, something that helps you to sit up tall, to let your feet connect to the floor. And some kind of strap is useful to have, a scarf or a belt. If you don't have a yoga strap, doesn't really matter. And if you need a drink of water around, it's good to have just something to sip if you feel a little dehydrated. Other than that, your presence, and we will begin. So find your seated mountain pose. And as just mentioned, you can feel the floor with your feet. And perhaps you can feel your hands onto your lap. And again, this is a very grounding feeling, to press the palms into the thighs and feel the fabric of your clothing, but also the fabric of your bodysuit. And from this nice tall mountain posture, you can feel the spine naturally growing. So without too much effort, just an imaginary sense of being drawn up toward a beautiful blue sky that we have today, with the shoulders draping down. Doing a quick body scan, and you might close your eyes to do that, just sensing any little spots of tension. It might be a shoulder, or sometimes the jaw, little parts of the spine. And we'll breathe in softness. Sensing your breath move as you take softness to any corner that might feel knotty. And take in the word ease, breathing in and out, ease. Perhaps you notice the breath getting a little longer and deeper, more full. And from our grounded base in seated mountain, we'll bring the hands with the palms to touch just at the heart center. And you might set yourself an intention for today's practice. What is it that you wish for yourself? Whatever that may be. Bring that from the heart. And then we'll begin to move with the breath from that place of intention. So with your eyes gently open. With your next breath in, start to lean a little forward and let the palms come forward and open. Lifting up on your breath in. And on the breath out, bringing that back to center, heart center. Move with your breath. The inhale, leaning you forward, opening like a flower blooming in the sunlight. So it's the gentlest of movements with the breath, opening on the inhale and returning back on the exhale. Take about 3 or 4 more at your pace. Letting your intention begin to move out into the world, then returning back and checking in. Last one. And then we can gently let the hands retreat back to the lap. We'll move our shoulders with the breath. So breathing in, let the shoulders rise up. Breathing out, shoulders down. And if you want to make any kind of audible sounds while you do this, you're welcome. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting that out as you exhale. Maybe one or two more. Releasing any tension from your neck and shoulders. We can take that into some gentle rolls of the shoulder. And you hear little crickle crackle sounds. I know what I do. We need to move this area frequently through the day. We'll give an extra special treat to release tension in this area. We can put a hand onto the left shoulder. Let the left arm dangle and we'll roll while we squeeze and sponge the shoulder. So I've got a thumb around the neck area. So I'm really on the muscle of the trapezius and the neck muscles. And squeeze while you roll, imagining you're squeezing out any tension, squeezing out the gunk. Super, and then we can let that go. Even just check in and see if that made any difference in feeling on the sides. It feels a little more relaxed that side. And I'm going to take the same side, fingers to the shoulder, and make a nice scoopy circle. And you begin always in my practice, I will say, just do to the degree that feels comfortable, plus a little challenge, no more. Getting synovia moving through the joint, change the direction. Very nice. And then we can take that elbow back and turn your head the opposite way. Take a breath or two. Feel any space starting to come across that front of the chest. Now turn your head back and bring that elbow across the body. And you're just going to hold on here and just give a little turn of the head the other direction. Hopefully your hand doesn't get in the way too much. So it's very gentle. Start to feel a little stretch across the top of the arm, the shoulder. Excellent. Come back to center. Shake that arm out in different dimensions. Lovely. And then we'll brush the arm from the top to the bottom, feeling the skin of your arm, your hand. How nice. We're, stroking the pussycat of ourselves. And again, just let the arms drape and notice any changes in the two sides. Perhaps you feel a subtle shift. I feel like I have a longer arm on that side, which is very nice. And then we'll do that process onto the other side. So you can take a hand to the other shoulder, so your right shoulder, and squeeze while you roll the shoulder. So we're hydrating. As we get older, we become drier. So this is a nice, simple way to hydrate with movement and sponging, squeezing. Remember to find your breath. Lovely. Now we'll release that and put the fingers onto the shoulder and see if we can get some circulation where the arm bone meets the shoulder. Getting a lovely fluid motion, and perhaps you notice one side is a little more amenable than the other. So go gently, go kindly, change your direction. Lovely. And then we'll take that elbow back, reach it back in space. There's a little stretch happening across the chest here. Turn your head the opposite direction. Find your breathing. Perhaps you feel your ribs move as you breathe. Head turns to center. Now take your elbow across the body. You can catch a little bit, draw that across as you turn the head to look over that shoulder. Find your breathing, any sensation of stretch in there. Beautiful. Come back into center. Release that down. Give the arm a little shake into different directions. And then brush off from top to bottom. So we're activating our receptors. They're just under the skin that are sensing tension in the body. I don't think we need too much tension, but this is our body's natural sort of process. And then let's just gently let the arms dangle. Just notice if the shoulders feel just a little more comfortable, a little more set into their place. And then we can take a breath in and let the arms rise up. Is that nice and free and light? And exhale, let them gently slide down. And again, breath in. Arms are riding up on the breath. And breath out, coming down. Beautiful. Let's try that again. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Put the hands onto the legs. And this time we're going to slide and see if we can fold our way, stroking the legs all the way down to wherever you can reach. Pause and take a breath here. If you have any kind of eye issues, that it's not good to let your head come down, and you can keep your head a little lifted. Otherwise, the rest of us, we can let the head fall into gravity a little. Ground through your feet. We're going to come all the way up again, breathing in, coming up, taking the arms up and letting the arms float up. Up we go. And exhale, beginning to float that all the way down. So hands down onto the legs, coming all the way down, down, down. Enjoy a breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to float it up, breathing in, coming all the way up, 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 up. And this time we'll let the arms spread like our wings, spreading wide, 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 wide. Palm faces the opposite direction, and we can begin a gentle side bend. Let's bring that all the way back and down. And we'll do the same on the other side. If you feel it's difficult to do this, you don't have to go super high, or you could just lean without the arm reaching up if you have any shoulder issues. Bringing it all. So back to the first side, breathing in, reach it up. Breathing out, lean a little more. So this time, lean, lean, lean just a little bit. And we'll bring it all the way back down. We're just holding a little longer this time. Breathing in, up we go. Exhale, lean. Breathing in, come up. And exhale the arm down. So a little different here. Try that again. Right side, breathing in. Breathing out, lean. Breathing in up to center. Breathing out, reach it down. One more on the other side, breathing in. Breathing out, lean. Breathing in. And breathing out. Fantastic. Super. We'll scoot the right arm across the body. And this is nice to incorporate a little bit of head movement too. So breathing in, scoot the arm around, follow with your eyes. And breathing out, sweep that arm back. Follow with your eyes. Breathing in, float it out. You see the room moving as you do that. Breathing out, scoop the hand back. One more, follow with the eyes. All the way across. And this time, once the arms are crossed, we're going to thread the left hand from under, hold on to the top of the shoulder, pull in a little bit, and then turn your head to look over that shoulder. And pull in and take a few breaths. Feel the stretch in your shoulder. Perhaps you feel your lungs moving under that arm. You feel them rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. Super. Release that all the way down. Last movement of the arm on this side. We're going to kind of draw a rainbow or paint a sunshine or something like that. Breathing in as the arm comes up and out as the arm comes down. And if you want to follow with your eyes, you're also getting a little exercise for your neck. Super. Beautiful. So let's just take a moment to pause before we do the other side. Notice how we feel side to side. Super duper. So we'll take that movement onto the other side. So we can take the arm, let's see, across the body, for example, and open it out, turning, and sweeping it back. And breathing in and turning, and sweeping back. And turning, and sweeping back. And one more. And sweeping back. Beautiful. Now keep the arm across your body, scoop the right hand under, hug in, hold in your shoulder, turn your head to look over that side. Take a few breaths. Feel the stretch. You can feel the breath, the lungs moving underneath. Great. Let that go. Let's just do our little painting a rainbow or a sunshine. Do a big scoop around, letting the breath flow to your arm up and down and up and down. Nice, easy floating circle. One more, riding on the breath. Fabulous. Just checking in. That feels nice. I like it when people could do a little more than me. I love that. I like to watch. I like to see you do that. Super. So just let your head gently turn from side to side. You're getting that nice range of motion. Sometimes we can hear those little noises in there. Good. Coming back into center and letting your head rise up. And then chin down to chest. Let's try that with the breath, breathing in as you lift your chin, stretching the throat, you can hear that. And exhale, chin to chest. And again, the breath rises the chin. And chin to chest. And one more chin up. And chin gently down. Good. Bringing the head to center. And we'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. And then see if you can try to turn your nose a little more up to the ceiling. So you're getting a little more ear to shoulder. Relax the left shoulder down. Very gently come back into center. And we'll do that to the other side. So left ear goes to the shoulder, but then see if you can turn your nose up a little to the ceiling. And you might find the ear goes a little deeper toward that shoulder. Relax your right shoulder down. Don't forget to breathe. And I notice I slightly tense in my hands a little bit. So relax your fingers. Breathe. Good. Let's come back into towards center. Put a little paintbrush on your nose and make some gentle shapes, circles, semicircles, spirals, maybe an infinity sign. So we're just mobilizing into the neck. Got percussion sounds going. All right, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. And we'll take some of that now further into the spine, into the lower body, and then incorporate some of these warm-ups into a couple of nice, fun yoga poses. So beginning with some cat and cow, I'll sit a little sideways, so nice feet anchoring down, hands onto the legs. Now we'll lift the chin and see if you can arch more of the back. Inhaling to arch. Exhaling and curling, chin to chest, tail comes forward to meet your chin. Breathe in, take your tail back, lift your chin sky high. Breathing out, tail forward, chin down, like a little snake that's coiling back and coiling forward. Enjoy moving at your pace with your breath. Do you feel your spine supple? Just enjoying having this beautiful spine. Appreciating what it can do today. Maybe one or two more. Super, sitting nice and tall, bringing the hands to the heart. Check in with your intention. Are you on target? Is there any minor adjustment needs to be made? And then with the next breath in, we'll do an arch of the back, but you're going to lift the fingers up, 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 up. So you're coming into a little itty bitty back bend. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart and round in. Inhale, return to taking your intention to the sky and lifting and arching. And exhale, come back into the heart and round in. Do more like that. Let the fingers fly. And exhale, returning to center. One more, rising up. Exhale, curling in. Breathe in, rise up. And now we'll take that into some side bends. So again, if you feel too much in your arms, you can always have your arms down and move in side bend. But if you're okay, we'll take the right wrist and take it across to the left. Giving a little tug of the wrist. Take a breath into that side. Ooh, that's good. Coming back to center and doing the same to the other side. Stretching it out. Coming into center, we'll take the arms into goalpost arms. Nice drawing of the elbows back, chest nice and open. And then turn your body toward the right. Find the flow of the breath. Even the head's turning a little. Come through center. Let's go to the other side. You know, sometimes these bring a little discomfort. I find a little discomfort here. Can I be with it? Breathe through it. Excellent. Come back into center. We'll put the hands on to the legs. Put the right elbow to the right leg. Twist your body to the left, and then maybe the arm lifts up and you turn your head. So we're in a little deeper twist here. Feel the belly move as you breathe. Make a little space between your top and bottom teeth, releasing the jaw. Come back into center and we'll switch that to the other side. So just resting the forearm on the thigh, turning the ribs, turning the heart, and perhaps lifting the hand if that feels okay. And then it's all up to the breath, you and your breath. Super, bringing that all the way back and down. Fantastic. So we're going to get moving in the lower body a little bit now. So take the legs a little wider, circle out, give your slinky spine what it's been waiting for all day, maybe. You can change your direction. And I've got a nice feel here of the weight shifting from sit bone to sit bone. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. We'll bring the feet back together. So we're going to do a little bit of getting up, but you don't have to get up if you feel unsteady or unsafe or your energy's low. But you can do a little practice by shifting the weight forward. So the first thing to do is explore shifting the weight from heels to sit bones, from heels to sit bones. And that's already training the core a little bit. Let your arms kind of just dangle, so your arms are not doing anything, no shoulder tension. And then maybe this is such an easy, light as a feather thing to get up. Beautiful. And then we can say, can I also gently sit down and hop a daisy, off we go. And, you know, you're light as a feather, like whoosh, you floated up, floated up. You like one of the leaves, the autumn leaves, the fall leaves. So we have that easy, this is our autumn flow. I think the class is called autumn flow. So here we are. And then last one, and we are up. So once you're up, now you're in standing mountain. What does it feel like to be a mountain? Choose your mountain, maybe your Mount Everest. I don't know. Take a few breaths, expansiveness of breath. Wonderful. So we can come behind the chair. So we have some form of balance support. You don't have to use it, but it could be good. It could be useful. And we're going to explore a little bit of eagle pose today. So I think of an eagle as, wow, an eagle's flying, right? So this isn't like how eagle poses. I think eagles are these big, broad wingspans. And eagles don't really do this, but could we kind of take a foot behind and do like a little curtsy and a little curtsy the other way? What I'm kind of getting into is bringing the legs together and then stepping the legs apart. It's a little balance. And if it's too much, you can do it with one wing, right? And hold the chair. You know, I'm British, so I'm curtsying to the king here. I can't quite get used to saying king instead of queen. So now when we come to that little curtsy, we'll see if we can wrap the arms around, and we're perched here. So here, if you need to hold, but hug yourself, hug yourself. And I've got 2 feet planted, but again, you could come up with a heel or explore being a little more on one leg. Just explore it. What could I do today? And does it serve my intention? And can I breathe? Follow your breath. And then when you're ready to be an eagle and spread your wings, there's a little balance on one leg, and down we go. We're going to try that on the other side, right? So can we try that? So you can explore a little bit, first of all, by, you know, step back and forth. Can I play a little in space? And then we're going to try with the other leg, crisscrossed over. Again, you can set your balance. You can have feet on the floor, or maybe just toes touching, or maybe you're hugged in. And we crisscross the arms the opposite way over. So whichever way you had them before, crisscross them the opposite. It doesn't really matter which way, because there's varying ways you can do this pose. But can you test your balance? Hug in. Feel the flow of the breath. Is it different on one side? Perhaps a little. And spread the wings, and we can flap and fly a little bit. So we're going to do an earlier stretch. We're going to take the right arm across the body, hug it in, turn your head in the other direction. Now facing forwards, we can take this a little deeper by hooking the elbow, the right elbow, into the left crook of the left elbow. And some of you might be able to kind of do that position or bring the elbows or the forearms back to back. So there's variations here. You can be here or back to back, or even have a little vine grip. So here, could you just shift the weight onto one leg and see if we can play a little bit with that? Just shifting the weight onto one leg, bend into it a little. You don't have to take your foot from the floor, but you can encourage the legs being close together and hug in. So we're coming closer to that full eagle pose. And whatever you're at today, find your breath, sense your balance, and then the eagle can begin to flap the wings high, spread out nice and high. I don't know, maybe we're going to pounce on a mouse or something and come all the way down. All right, so we'll try that on the opposite side. So you can bring the other arm across your body, hug in, turn your head. So already we've got such a great stretch here. You know, you don't need to do much more almost. Feel your breath. I love that stretch across the deltoid, across the shoulder. Then we can say, oh, well, maybe we've got elbow to elbow in front of us, or you're hooking the elbow into the crease of the other elbow. Some of you might have that little vine wrap. Then explore shifting the weight onto the other foot. Is your breath flowing? Maybe you can hover the foot from the floor, or just explore a little bit. Bring the legs closer together. Find that squeeze into center. One more breath. And then the wings are going to flap and fly. And this time taking the arms all the way up and moving into a side stretch, delicious side stretch. And taking that to the other side, delicious side stretch. Super, bringing that all the way down. If you can, take your hands behind and interlace. If they won't interlace, you can put your hands onto your low back and just lift up your chest, open your shoulders back. Or some of you might be able to entwine the fingers and lift the chest, lift your heart. Maybe you lift the chin. Give yourself another 2 breaths here. And then we can ungrip the fingers and take the fingers and interlace them in front. Push your palms forward and then round your back and push away, push away, push away. Feel that stretch into your upper back. I was thinking it's like stretching the back of your bra. Feel the breath. Let's push the ground away. Bring the arms up, 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 stretch. And release that all the way down. Phew, so a lot of stuff in the shoulders there. So give them a little tap and pat. And how do we feel in there? How's things going in there? Hopefully we don't want to, be too aggressive and crank anything out there. So let the arms now just be pendulums and swing, swing, swing. And we're making our way into a gentle chair pose without a chair, but you can use the chair. So letting the arms swing while you make gentle bends. So I'm going to say, think of sit bones spreading back and wide. As you do this, sit bones go back and wide. So the knees are not going forward, but you're spreading across the base of your pelvis. Lovely. A couple more. Easy, easy arms. So the shoulders are easy, easy, easy. And then we're heading to chair pose. So it's the gentlest of squats here. And you put your arms where it feels good. If it's too much with the arms forward, you can push your hands into your legs. It'll help you broaden across your base. And then can you do it? Your strong legs, super strong legs, firm foundation. Are you ready to push the ground away? Coming up. And exhale, let's try it back again. Take a breath in here. Exhale, push away, coming up. Take a breath in. Exhale, coming back into your chair. Take a breath in. Exhale, push your way back to standing. So standing mountain, standing tall. Give yourself a check-in. We can bring the hands to the heart. And again, check in with your intention. Are you honoring your intention? Experiencing your intention? Making shifts in the way you feel yourself, experience yourself today. Great. So we'll come to back of the chair and we'll do just a little leg strengthening. So we'll take one leg forward, one leg back. And if you can, have your back heel lifted. So you can just lift and lower toward the floor using, like rocking a little back and forth. And I'm going to put the point of attention onto your back heel. Do you feel your back heel is rising and moving toward the floor? And if you're doing that, you're getting this lovely flexible movement through your back foot, activating all the different joints that we need for walking. Very good. And then it's a little balance challenge when we bend into the front leg and we're into a lunge position. So front knee is over your ankle, front ankle, back heel lifted. Can you maybe lift up the same arm as in the back? Leg, lift and reach. And then it's up to you if you want to hover the other fingers off or if you want to lift up both arms, it's up to you. Can you breathe? And then gently bring the hands back and down. We'll step it up and do the same on the other side. So just stepping the other foot back And play a little bit between back and forth, like hover your heel up and down. So we're getting the action that's in walking, in healthy walking, it's using our big toe as a push-off, which is so good to do as we get older, to have healthy feet. Ooh, big foxy in the garden. All right, then see if we can hold that. Bend into the front leg. So nice, strong, supportive legs. Whichever leg is back, you take the same side arm and see if you can reach it forward or up. Notice as a lovely stretch goes on through that whole side of the body if you can lift your arm. It's up to you. Maybe you hover the other fingers away from the chair. You could explore lifting both arms, but it's a balance challenge, so it's up to you. Decide. Find your breath. And then slide the hands down, step up. Beautiful. And we'll go back. So let's take the other leg, the first leg, back again. So we're going back to the first side, but this time the heel's down on the floor. The heel's on the floor this time. So there's a little bit more of an angle here to your pelvis. Instead of straight forward, we're going at a little bit of a diagonal, right? When the back heel is down, the front leg is bent. And you can really dig your back heel down to get that nice stretch all the way down into the calf. A really nice stretch into the calf. I'm going to take the hand forwards and fingers point in, and you push with the heel of your hand, push with the heel of your hand, either forward or a little higher or a little higher up. So it's really just that side that we're looking for, just that side. So that's enhancing the stretch by pushing the heel of your hand forward, like you want to make an imprint of the heel of your hand. Give yourself a breath here, feel the stretch through your body. Relax the face muscles, nice and soft. And then we bring that down and step it up. Pace it out a little, just give it a little wiggle of the feet, the knees, the hips, before we do the other side. So you're taking the other leg back. This time the heel is down, the front leg is bent, and this is a warrior one pose traditionally. But we're going to just do a little variation to enhance the stretch through the center of your body. So you're pushing the same side hand with the heel of the hand going forward. And if you just try that a few times, as if you're resisting pushing something away, you can feel that lovely pull all the way through your hip flexor. And you might take that a little higher, but go to where it feels good for you. Dig in the back heel. Now you can breathe. And of course, you don't have to hold on if you feel steady, but you know, that's up to you. Lovely. Release it down, step it up, walking the feet back. Enjoy a downward dog stretch. And of course, you could do this on the floor if you wanted to, or at a wall, or lower down on the chair. What would feel good for you here? I think that one felt good for me because I went, good. And if you can make that soothing sound, you know you're onto something. Feel yourself nice and wide between your sitting bones. Broad across your base. Great. And then we'll slowly start to bend and walk back to the chair. And we'll come back into the chair with a strap at the ready. So we'll do the last of our stretches here in the seat. We can take the strap around the ball of the right foot. And the last stretch we just did a downward dog. We're kind of stretching into the back line of your leg. And we can do this pretty nicely with the strap. If we lift up the leg, make sure you're seated nice and tall because you're like in a seated mountain. And we'll take the leg out a little to the side and open out the left arm and turn to follow your hand. So you've got this lovely twist to the neck, opening across the chest, stretching into the leg. Good. One more full, complete breath. And we'll bring that back in towards center and hold the hand. The other hand holds the strap while you take the leg across your body. You can open out the right wing, turning, breathing. Nice, bringing it back into center. And then lift it one more time, lifting nice and tall, relaxing in the shoulders. And there you go. Super. We'll do the same on the other side. So I feel I'm running out of time. That's so sad. I need another 10 minutes with you. So we'll take the stretch on this side and push your heel a little forward. Pull your forefoot towards your nose. Find your breath. And then we'll keep the strap in the same side. And take the leg out to the side. There's a nice stretch. Take out your right arm behind you. Turn. Find the flow of the breath. Come back in through center and hold the strap into your right hand. Take the leg across your body. Open out with your left wing. Turn a delicious twist going on. Let the breath enhance the twist. Enjoying the breath. Come back into center. Give it one more breath, lifting the legs straight in front. Nice, easy shoulders. And then we can take that down. Let the strap come along to the side. Putting the hands onto the legs and just caressing over the legs all the way down. Feeling, tracing the legs. Again, the fabric of your clothing and the fabric of you. Feeling deliciously foldable and free. And then we'll come up and give ourselves a hearty embrace. Trying to reach as much back to touch your shoulder blades as you can. And this is an echo back of our eagle pose. We'll just cross the right leg over the left and hug in. Hug in as tiny into center as you can. Squeeze your legs together. Draw your elbows down towards your knees. Enjoying a breath. And getting ready to fly into the autumn leaves. Coming up, opening, open out the legs, plant the legs nice and wide. Open out the arms. Slide that back together. We're going to embrace ourselves with the other arm on top. Can you remember which one? Only just. And the other leg on top. Can you remember which one? Only just. Hug into center. Squeeze in. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze in. Fold in. Elbows draw towards your thighs, towards your knees. Squeeze in. Take a breath. From this tiny little seed of you, we're going to let that manifest and breathe in and open, open, open. Spread your wings. Take the legs a little wider. We've got life force here. Open and close your fingers. Stamp the legs. And then giving yourself that last little embrace. It's been a pleasure to see everyone. We'll just give ourselves that last hello and hurrah to our intention. Bringing the hands to the heart. Checking in. And perhaps your intention is ready for the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one. That we can take a breath in and sprinkle that out into this sunny day. Maybe a breeze will blow it to wherever it needs to blow. And I'll say thank you very much